The Star Wars satellite system is now being used against a more down-to-earth threat. Police in Lincolnshire are among the first in Britain to hook up to Star Wars and use it as a crime-fighting tool.
It was billed as the ultimate anti-communist war machine, a multi-billion-pound programme to combat incoming Soviet missiles aimed at the United States. But the now redundant Star Wars defence system is taking on a very different task. 24 satellites beaming from 15,000 miles away to Lincolnshire Police. It's been donated to the force in their crackdown on crime, a squad of 23 traffic units equipped with a special computer beaming signals to and from operations control. Police cars can be tracked to the nearest tree or street, enabling the constabulary to provide fast and accurate backup to an incident. It also puts the stops on criminals' use of scanners, with messages previously transmitted by radio being keyed into this simple pad.
Other parts of the country will become part of the system as and when it's developed further, and other emergency services actually buy the system.
MI5 and Special Branch are also interested in their bids to monitor terrorist activities, but it doesn't come cheap. Programme software costing thousands of pounds for a force already stretched to the limit, and coupled with worries that Big Brother is yet again closing in on personal freedom.
This is totally a system in which police officers and their activities are being monitored. We know exactly where they are and what they're doing, and in some respects that could be seen as a safeguard to individual freedom.
There's no doubt about the benefits and reliability of the system, but ultimately cost may drive other forces away from entering the space age. Ian Leckie, Sky News, Lincoln.
Well, with me now is Simon Taylor of Telecom Design Communications to tell us more things you didn't know you could do with a satellite system. Well, good afternoon to you. Tell us exactly, first of all, what exactly is the Star Wars system?
It's called the Global Positioning System, and there's a constellation of 24 satellites which orbit the Earth. And by receiving 4 of those satellites, you can compute your position very accurately, down to certainly better than 100 metres. Anywhere in the world.
So how would that work then in Britain's fight on crime, for example? You've got a few things here to show us. Talk us through how it all works.
Well, basically the very heart of the system is one of these GPS receivers. This is built by the company Rockwell, who built the satellites that are actually in space. And this is a 5-channel satellite receiver. Will receive those satellites and compute its position. What we can then do is, using a system like this, probably installed in the police vehicle or whatever, an additional microprocessor works on those on the position information, and will either put the position onto the screen in the front of the car, or maybe even transmit the data like this one does back to a control centre, so that the officer's superiors will know exactly where he is, and maybe help him by telling him which direction to go into.
Now, America's said that we can use the Star Wars system free of charge for the next decade. Have they not got any uses for it? Yes,
there's 2 basic systems. One is a military system, which is what the funding's really for. But the second, which is how the US government got the funding in the first place, is provided for, they say, the general benefit of mankind.
It sounds an amazing system. What else can it be used for?
All sorts of things. Farming, you can position tractors very accurately and have accurate dispensation of chemicals and fertilisers. Taxis can be dispatched. You can find the nearest taxi to a location. There's thousands of applications.
It sounds a very exciting development, and also when you see the size of that little receiver there, it really is quite incredible. Simon Taylor, thanks very much for joining us this evening.